So I think the best part of being a school counselor is getting to work with and teach all students in your building. And something I saw a lot of my students struggling with was developing healthy coping strategies. I saw a big increase in anxiety among youth. And then when COVID hit, all of the what ifs caused a lot more of that anxiety. So one night during the first month or so of COVID, I couldn't really sleep. And the idea of just one story, which was originally titled Mindful Molly, kind of just came to me. It was a rhyming story about coping strategies. I had a lot of fun lessons attached to it and discussion questions. I submitted the story, not really thinking much of it. But then a few months later, Boys Town Press emailed me saying they enjoyed the story and kind of asked me to work on a potential project with them. So we decided to create 9 more of those short stories with activities for each. And I believe each story really tackles important real life issues and will help children develop life skills. So I wanted each story to help children grow as individuals. So the topics among the 10 stories include things like anxiety, coping skills, whole body listening, conflict resolution, using iMessages, having a positive attitude, kindness, empathy, friendship, self confidence, diversity, acceptance, bullying, circle of control, tattling versus reporting, teamwork, mean versus nice teasing, and so much more. Um, so, like I said, the original story was Mindful Molly, but as I wrote more stories, I ended up changing it to Daria Dugon. And this is because I did a lot of extensive research on the different oceans and marine animals. I wanted each story to contain sea animals that the children would be excited to see because they are already familiar with them. But I also wanted to introduce them to new animals that they most likely have never heard of. And I settled on the Raja Ampat Reef and the ocean animals that reside there. So each of the 10 stories really focuses on a different ocean animal and a different skill. Yeah, so the guide is split into 2 volumes. Each volume contains 5 different short rhyming stories and a series of activities. So each story teaches a skill, and then the activities encompass writing, technology, science, movement, drawing, art, math, music, coloring, and more. Each character is based off of a sea animal, but the cool thing about this guide is it also contains factual information about each of these 10 sea animals and the Raja Ampat Reef. There's also lots of tips for parents on each skill, and there's definitions of words. So if there's a word a younger student might not understand, you'll be able to find a different definition for that. So there's really a lot packed into the guide. I'm all about inclusivity and diversity. And I feel like there's a lot of kids' books with humans that don't really encompass a wide variety of cultures. So when reading about social emotional topics, you want the kids to feel connected to the story. And sometimes if they don't see characters of their own race, they might not feel that connection. So I felt like going with the type of animal would take away that element, and it would be something a wider range of children would be able to enjoy and truly relate to. I wanted the characters to be fun and enjoyable. I settled on sea life as the type of animal, just simply because they're my favorite type of animal. The significance behind the reef, it has a lot to do with what I talked about earlier. I wanted to find a location in the ocean where there's sea animals that kids know about and enjoy, and also animals kids have never heard of. I wanted them to be able to learn something new. So in this volume, you will see animals kids might know about, such as the sea turtle or the dolphin. However, in volume 2, they'll discover a mandarin fish, an epaulette shark, a nudibranch, a disco clam, and a brittle star. I also tried to find a way to connect real facts about the animals to the skills they teach. So when looking for animals, I really did a lot of research around their characteristics. So for example, dugons are considered gentle giants. So I made Daria Dugon the calmest character. She teaches children about overcoming worries. Sea turtles have a strong sense of direction. So I made Shay Sea Turtle a strong leader in the story. So Brian Martin is the illustrator, and he is a phenomenal artist and illustrator. He did a really great job of making the characters come to life. They just feel so fun and exciting to me. But in the guide, there's also images of the real animals throughout, so the kids can really see what the animal looks like in real life. And I think that this combination of both the illustrations and the real life images make the book so unique. It makes it fun, but it also makes it realistic and educational.